People are blowing up their careers for as little as $100 a week difference to their pay packet. I do not understand this. If you are highly educated, you have done all the hard work over the years to build yourself to a certain level in your career, or even that you've just done the hard work with an employer. This is a place where we spend such a massive amount of our time. Yet people that we are seeing are willing to jump for such little amounts. And it's, all I can put it down to is it's the ego. Someone throws a little bit of money at you, and rather than looking at the full picture, we get flattered by that. We think, oh, this feels good. I feel a bit special. I'm a snowflake. They jump into another job, and then they realize, oh, actually, this employer really didn't take the time to understand anything about me, and I really don't like it here. This isn't what I want to do. This isn't where I want to be. And that little increase that they gave me, that's really not making a significant difference to anything in my life anyway. And then they'll end up moving again. So what my advice would be, do not allow yourself to get flattered by a small increase in salary. If someone comes in and offers you a little bit of money, whether that's $5,000 or $10,000 per year, these are not insignificant amounts. I absolutely get that. However, what they translate to in your pay packet on a weekly or monthly basis is going to be a net impact per week around $100 to $150 per week. So if that then results in you cutting off your nose to spite your face and missing out on an opportunity further in the future to be way ahead of where you would be if you reset the clock and went to another business and had to restart and had to rebuild that sweat equity within that business, then maybe it's a short-term play that is actually going to be long-term to your detriment. And look, what I say to people all the time, I'm a bit old-fashioned when it comes to this stuff. You need to build your career by doing the reps. You don't build your career based on jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. Because if you build your career based on short-term moves, because these opportunities pop up where you're put into a position that maybe was well ahead of where you were at the time. Look, in some instances, people can chew like hell and they can make that work. The vast majority of people, that does not work. That results in things like burnout, overwhelm, all of these things that we hear so much about these days. A lot of it is because people are in jobs where they're not feeling fully fulfilled. They're not engaged. They're not locked in because it's not where they're meant to be. So if you are thinking about making a move, get really clear on what it is you're looking to achieve. Get really clear on what it is you want to achieve from your career. Don't just think about, a short-term pay rise, because a short-term pay rise, it won't keep you comfortable at night. It won't keep you feeling motivated and engaged in a job. It won't make you feel connected to a higher purpose, which as human beings, money is all well and good. It's great. We obviously need it. We need the financial resources to live the life that we need. But we also need a sense of meaning. We need a sense of fulfillment. We need something to be connected to. So if you are looking to make a move, do not blow up your career based on a $100 a week pay rise. If that $100 a week pay rise does not tick all the other boxes, that will see you motivated and engaged and successful over the long term. Because all that will happen is you will make a move, and then you will more than likely make another move. And then before you know it, when you're being considered for longer term opportunities, employers will look at you and think, well, wait a minute, this individual moves every 6 months, every 12 months, every 18 months. Whilst we can paint that up and say, hey, look, valid reasons behind that, and they got some good development out of it. Ultimately, the common denominator is you are moving on a regular basis. You are not putting in the time. You are not getting the compounding benefit of actually staying in a role for an extended period of time. The common denominator is you're on the move. So do the work, put the time in and get the benefit. Earn the pay rises by the value exchange you have with the employer. Don't look for the pay rises based on someone's in trouble, they're putting out an SOS, I'm going to jump and I'm going to get a little short-term benefit out of it, and then I'll just see how it ends up. More often than not, the see how it ends up doesn't end up well. That's just my take.